This post was made by Ancestral Voices on Instagram, and he asked this question: can you imagine what type of juju was used to make people disregard their ancestors and to fear their ancestral spiritual teachings? So this question is clear cut. It's easy to answer. We know that right from childhood, our parents were socialized with the mentality that African spirituality, Igbo spirituality, does not have any place within the Christian way of life. To paint the right picture for you, I want you to watch this video and tell me what you see. Ndị be anyị si na okenye ada nọ n'ụlọ ewu a na-amụ n'ọgbere. With this recent renaissance of Odinaani, otu Odinaani si apụta ọfụrụ na-apụta ọzọ, ọ bụrụ na ọ na-apụta ọfụrụ ọ na-apụta ọzọ. What we've noticed is that while the young people, ndị agbara ọfụ, while we are pushing it, even if we are making mistakes, because we are making a lot of mistakes, anyị na-akpọ ife oji, anyị akpọ ya ọcha, ife ọcha anyị akpọ ya oji, anyị adịghị emetecha ya. But at least we are doing something. With all honesty, we are actually doing something. We're trying to pass a message. We're trying to get people to think and to see us as Ndi Igbo, as to understand that our ancestors practiced this spiritual system without all those biases. So even if we're not getting it right, we are making the right effort. Now, when I see elderly people, how they rebuke young people that are practicing Odinaani, it becomes ridiculous. Yes, this could be your house, but within the Nigerian constitution, we have freedom of worship and freedom of belief system. So far, your belief system is not directly or indirectly harming another person. Which clearly, with what we are seeing in this video, these young men, they have an oji, a kola nut, they have the white chalk unzu, the yellow chalk edo, they have their dry gin, their alcohol, and they are sitting down and they are doing what Ndi Igbo call a gorge, a golfo. So it is now ridiculous. Why if I follow that elderly men would come and would say, stop saying an incantation in my house. So it begs the question, kezimwe igofo no Odinaani ikpekpere igoluchi in an Igbo way, see the word incantation. Incantation that we know that it is perceived when you're trying to imbue and some sort of negative force. Or even if they're saying that they're doing an incantation, why not listen to what they are saying? But these older men, they are not looking at what the young men were doing. Far to accept that they're not doing it to fight against other people. But to them, for the bare fact that they are holding the oji, the nju, they have candle and they have an incense, to them, automatically, you're doing something demonic or you're doing something evil. So this is the question. Okay, now so I don't know how we're going to tackle this and how we're going to shift the mindset of our elderlies into understanding that Odinaani has been in existence prior to Christianity. Christianity is a visitor and should not overshadow the traditional tenets, our traditional spirituality. We could try to coexist because you're not a man, you will not force anybody to believe in what you believe. We can coexist. But them living under this archaic mentality that African spirituality and other forms of spirituality is something that is demonic and evil, it needs to be dealt with at its core. So all these things that are doing, it led to them fighting. For what? Or why should you fight? Assuming these people came with an understanding, even if they had respectfully asked them, now what are you people doing? Try to discuss with them as men, as Okenya, as how a father would relate with his son. But instead they came with war, they came with fight. This is not how we do it. We are even Igbo first of all, because before we belong to any other religious and traditional system. So we're going to revert back to this question. Like, can you imagine the kind of juju that was used to make people disregard Africans, to disregard our own ancestral way of life and begin to fear our own traditional spiritual teachings? So this is a picture, this is an example of the after effects of the juju that was used to deceive and to disrupt the African way of life.